Hey, Scott Russell, I just want to address this whole Trump and the US, because a lot of my followers on here are not from the US. I was a minister. I worked inside the Christian churches, non-denominational, all over the world. And I want to talk about America in that. See, the US, in Christian world, the US is a lot more conscious of God, a lot more conscious of the Bible. Here in Australia, the Australians are not. They think they're good people, but they have no understanding of Bible and a Christian perspective in things. I'll put a video up here in Australia and people will say, that's so religious. When I have that same video in America and people will say it's not religious enough. So there's a vast divide there that people don't understand. So I want to address that and tell you that they are getting a movement behind Trump specifically aimed at the Christians, at the conservative Christians. Because in the Christian faith, Revelations 9, I think it talks about the mark of the beast, and it will be on your forehead or your right hand, and you won't be able to buy or sell without that mark, and it's the mark of a man. And so what they're doing here, I believe, is, and I think it's been all the way through this, and when you start looking at the pattern of what happened with Trump, they were, election fraud, all of a sudden it was stopped. Where'd they go? Overnight, they stopped talking about it. They put Biden in. They're standing Biden again. They know Biden's a useless moron. The guy can't hardly walk. He's probably got diapers on. And they're putting him back up. They want him to lose. They are trying to get a movement behind Trump. They want people to be so, just so wrapped in Trump, so he's our hero, he's our savior, he's going to bring our country back. And in many ways he will. But like I keep saying, the only thing they care about is a central bank digital currency, because once they have that, they can put in movement restrictions. They can put in expiry dates on your money. They can see where your money's spent. It goes on and on. Look at the other videos on it. So what they're doing here is they're saying, how do we get this in? The Americans would never accept it because they would see it as a mark of the beast. If somebody said, if Biden up and said, I'm going to put in a central bank digital currency and our cash has collapsed, there is no way they would do it. They would have war. The Americans would not accept that at all. But Trump is going to get in. When he gets in, what have they done in the background? Biden has made sure, and that when I talk about they, it's the World Economic Forum of the non-elites, the people that are behind the scenes pulling the strings. If you don't want to believe they're there, then that's your problem, not mine. Go and look on their website. They're not hiding it. So they've crashed the economy. The currency is already in a free fall. It's already collapsing. And here in 2024, leading into the presidential election of November 2024 for the US, we are going to see Trump elected with a movement behind him, a frenzied movement of people that have just, common sense has gone out the window. Trump is their Jesus, and he's not Jesus. And they're going to look at that and take whatever he says. And Trump knows that. Why do you think Trump quietly sat and when they did things to him and they just let it happen? Because he knew there's a bigger plan. Am I saying he's bad? No. Am I saying he's good? No. I'm not expressing an opinion on that because that'll just bring division. You can have your own opinion. I'm just telling you there's a plan behind the scenes to make Trump the president, to bring in a central bank digital currency. The currency will collapse somewhere before the presidential election or just after it, so that Trump is the guy, probably before it. So people will beg Trump to come back. I've said that. Go back 2 years ago. I said they will beg Trump to come in because he's going to be the savior of the currency. He'll put it through. Remember, for those that don't know, in the US, Trump can only serve one more term. A president can only serve 2 terms. He's already done one, and he's done. He can put in a digital currency. People will trust him. He'll say, well, I'm going to put laws in place to make sure that nothing bad happens here. But he's only got one more term. He's gone. And we've seen the laws. They've disregarded the laws, the blatant disregard for the law by the law. They will just throw those laws away when they feel like it. They put somebody in there who just annuls it and it's gone. And now you have an authoritarian state with a digital currency. Is the digital currency the mark of the beast? It's a precursor to it. The mark of the beast is hot on its heels because it's going to be, you can't buy or sell without the mark of the beast, without a digital currency that's going to have your digital medical records on it, your whole life will be in that ID, and you will not be able to function or do anything without it. Watch and see. Donald Trump will have the movement behind him, will be the next US president, 100% guaranteed. It's all part of the plan, and he will bring in a digital currency, because the US currency will collapse this year, and it will be the only option. And Donald Trump will present it as, it's all safe with me because I'm Trump and I'm all for America. Wait and see.